mindset of being very inclusive. I've always been a big fighter for like human rights justice. I would say coming to Taejae definitely educated me a lot more on these issues, and it gave me more of a stance that was stable and not too, I wasn't too far on one end of the spectrum after coming to Taejae. I think I became much more balanced and much more understanding of all sides, especially politically, but also just with values and cultures and traditions. So yeah, I would say that's the biggest thing that I learned for the future.
사실 토론 중심 수업이라고 저는 태제대를 고른 데 있어서 꽤 큰 비중을 차지하거든요. 각자가 본인의 창의성이나 능력이나 이런 것들을 AI와 접목시켜서 더 좋은 세상을 만들어 나가고 내가 생각하는 것들을 현실화시키고 이런 게 가능한 세상이라고 생각을 해요. 그럴 때일수록 저는 나의 목소리를 내는 연습을 해야 된다고 생각을 했었는데 일반 우리나라 학교에서는 솔직히 나의 목소리를 낼 수 있는 방법이 기말고사 발표라든지 그런 거밖에 없는데 토론식 수업, 토의식 수업을 하게 되면 매일 매 수업마다 나의 생각을 말하는, 그것도 영어로 말하는 연습을 하게 되니까 장기적으로 봤을 때 나한테 정말 엄청난 성장을 시켜줄 그런 프로그램이다라고 생각했었어요.
Yeah, I would definitely agree. I think Taejae's active learning definitely helped me be able to speak up in the real world. I'm a bit of an introvert in the real world, but I'd say like on Engagedly or in the classroom, I've definitely learned to become a lot more extroverted, and I think it's helped and initiate conversation, whereas I might not have relied on that before. I'd say that was like a main thing that I learned from being in an online active learning based classroom, whereas if I was in a lecture based classroom, I might not be able to utilize that skill of being able to speak up first and initiate conversations with everybody.
여러분 안녕하십니까? 태제대학교 총장 염지호입니다. 태제대학교는 20세기형 대학과는 전혀 다른 21세기형 대학을 지향하고 있습니다.
한국에 있는 일반 대학교를 한 학기 다녔었는데요. 한국 학교에서 이 교수님의 수업을 듣는 게 되게 답답한 거예요. 사실 교수님이 한 3, 40년 전에 분명히 공부하신 내용일 텐데 챗GPT에 물어보면 5초 만에 답변해주는 내용들인데 이걸 내가 이 시간과 에너지를 들여서 외우고 시험 보고 이렇게 해서 내가 4년 뒤에 졸업하면 뭐가 돼 있을까 하는 생각을 하면서 그 4년 안에 내가 꿈을 찾지 못하면 정말 도태될 수밖에 없을 것 같다라는 그런 걱정을 했어요. 수능 이후에 태제대학교를 알게 되어서 태제대학교로 지원해서 오게 되었습니다.
1000명의 학생이 있으면은 1000개의 커리큘럼이 있어야 된다고 생각합니다. 그러니까 그거는 학교에서 커리큘럼을 짜주는 순간 이미 아웃 오브 데이트예요. 그걸 짜는 사람이 옛날 사람이잖아요.
그렇죠. 그렇죠.
그 사람이 짠 커리큘럼을 주면은 얘가 그거 배우고 나오면은 이미 써먹을 수 없는 지식이 되니까 사실은 그 학생이 자기만의 커리큘럼을 짜는 게 사실 제일 중요하죠.
시빅 프로젝트가 그냥 보면 학생들, 유학생들 와서 공부는 조금 뒷전으로 하고 여러 경험 쌓고 놀러 다니는 학생들을 많이 볼 수 있는데 태제대학교는 조금 더 글로벌 로테이션 와서 학업에 대한 뭔가를 얻어가겠다는 그런 열망이 있는 것 같아요. 글로벌 로테이션의 큰 축이라고 생각을 해요, 시빅 프로젝트가.
좋은 점이 시빅 프로젝트에서는 로컬 사람들이랑 좀 인터랙팅을 할 수 있다는 점, 뭐 인터뷰를 한다거나 아니면 어떻게 어렵게 뭐 어디를 가가지고 뭐 체험을 한다거나 체험을 하면서 또 많은 인사이트를 얻고 프로젝트를 계속 디벨롭 시키고 실전 경험을 쌓을 수 있는 게 시빅 프로젝트라고 생각하고요.
저희가 원하는 것은 21세기의 진정한 글로벌 리더들입니다. The next answer, 여태까지 찾지 못했던 다음의 답을 저희들이 제공해 드릴 겁니다. 저희도 1기 학생들이 첫 해에 들어와서 서울에서도 이제 도시 문제에 대한 시빅 프로젝트를 하라고 했더니
네.
제일 불평이 뭐냐면 학교가 예를 들면 누굴 찾아가야 되고
네.
누굴 만나야 되고 이런 거에 대한 가이드를 너무 안 해준다.
네.
우리 보고 뭘 하라는 거냐.
네.
그래서 이제 우리 교수님들 중에서는 그럼 뭐 NGO 단체도 소개해주고 해서 쭉
네.
리스트를 단체를 만들어서 내가 절대로 그렇게 하지 마라.
네. 알아서
생각하고 자기가 찾아봐야지 처음서부터 그냥 숟가락에 밥 떠서
네.
먹이는 거는 하지 말아야 된다고 했는데 처음엔 그렇게 힘들어하다가 오히려 훈련을 받고 나니까 외국 나가서는 또 자기네 찾아서 지금도 이제 뉴욕에서 학기를 마쳤는데 어떤 학생들은 자기가 막 이메일 쓰고 해서 MIT 그 미디어 랩 가서 2주 동안 대학원 학생같이 뭘 논문을 같이 쓴다든가 뭐 인턴도 찾아서 한다 이런 애들이 이제 막 생기기 시작하는 거니까 자기 주도적으로 뭘 하는 것들이
I would say the US model of education definitely has a very specific standard. And I think traveling while you're in school is not highly accounted for in US standards for education. So for example, at a normal four-year university, you would just stay on campus for about 4 years. You really wouldn't travel unless you got the extra chance to for a couple months. Whereas Taejae, I knew I always wanted to travel. I knew I wanted to visit many places in the world. I knew I didn't want to be a stagnant university student. So I chose this university because its travel program makes sure that I'm not staying in one place, that I'm able to go to many different countries.
Dear students, faculty members, distinguished guests and parents, may I have your attention please? The matriculation ceremony will begin in just a few minutes. Distinguished guests and parents, please take your seats in the conference hall and be ready for the ceremony. So starting in 5 minutes.
여러분 안녕하십니까? 태제대학교 총장 염지호입니다. 태제대학교는 20세기형 대학과는 전혀 다른 21세기형 대학을 지향하고 있습니다.
한국에 있는 일반 대학교를 한 학기 다녔었는데요. 한국 학교에서 이 교수님의 수업을 듣는 게 되게 답답한 거예요. 사실 교수님이 한 3, 40년 전에 분명히 공부하신 내용일 텐데 챗GPT에 물어보면 5초 만에 답변해주는 내용들인데 이걸 내가 이 시간과 에너지를 들여서 외우고 시험 보고 이렇게 해서 내가 4년 뒤에 졸업하면 뭐가 돼 있을까 하는 생각을 하면서 그 4년 안에 내가 꿈을 찾지 못하면 정말 도태될 수밖에 없을 것 같다라는 그런 걱정을 했어요. 수능 이후에 태제대학교를 알게 되어서 태제대학교로 지원해서 오게 되었습니다.
1000명의 학생이 있으면은 1000개의 커리큘럼이 있어야 된다고 생각을 합니다. 그러니까 그거는 학교에서 커리큘럼을 짜주는 순간 이미 아웃 오브 데이트예요. 그걸 짜는 사람이 옛날 사람이잖아요.
그렇죠. 그렇죠.
그 사람이 짠 커리큘럼을 주면은 얘가 그거 배우고 나오면은 이미 써먹을 수 없는 지식이 되니까 사실은 그 학생이 자기만의 커리큘럼을 짜는 게 사실 제일 중요하죠.
시빅 프로젝트가 그냥 보면 학생들, 유학생들 와서 공부는 조금 뒷전으로 하고 여러 경험 쌓고 놀러 다니는 학생들을 많이 볼 수 있는데 태제대학교는 조금 더 글로벌 로테이션 와서 학업에 대한 뭔가를 얻어가겠다는 그런 열망이 있는 것 같아요. 글로벌 로테이션의 큰 축이라고 생각을 해요. 시빅 프로젝트가.
좋은 점이 CB 프로젝트에서는 로컬 사람들이랑 좀 인터랙팅을 할 수 있다는 점, 뭐 인터뷰를 한다거나 아니면 어떻게 어렵게 뭐 어디를 가가지고 뭐 체험을 한다거나 체험을 하면서 또 많은 인사이트를 얻고 프로젝트를 계속 디벨롭 시키고 실전 경험을 쌓을 수 있는 게 시빅 프로젝트라고 생각하고요.
저희가 원하는 것은 21세기의 진정한 글로벌 리더들입니다. The next answer, 여태까지 찾지 못했던 다음의 답을 저희들이 제공해 드릴 겁니다. 저희도 1기 학생들이 첫 해에 들어와서 서울에서도 이제 도시 문제에 대한 시빅 프로젝트를 하라고 했더니 제일 불평이 뭐냐면
Okay, good morning, everyone. I think we are ready to begin. So, welcome to the 2026 Taejae University Matriculation Ceremony. Hello. Well, I hope everyone's doing well, enjoying the incredibly humid weather. You know, it's wonderful. My name is Steve Justice. I am the Dean of the School of Innovation Foundations, and I will be your MC for today. It is a pleasure to be here with you today, and I'm very happy to welcome you to our matriculation ceremony. I'm trying to get the volume right here, so excuse me if I suddenly come too loud. This year's ceremony is especially meaningful for those of us at Taejae University as we welcome our fourth cohort completing our academic community. The ceremony is also a significant milestone in the lives of our new Taejae members as they embark on their academic journey with us to seek, to explore, and to be the next answer. So to begin with, we're going to start right at the top, and I would ask you to join me in a round of applause to welcome our university president, Yom Jae-ho, who will deliver the welcome address to our new students. President Yom!
Good morning, fourth cohort freshers of Taejae University. Welcome to Taejae University. The faculty, staff, and all members of the Board of Trustees at Taejae University also extend their congratulations and warm welcome to all 73 freshmen and women who are embarking on this new journey with us. I would also like to express my deepest gratitude to the parents who have entrusted their precious children to Taejae University, as well as to everyone who has guided the students to make today's enrollment possible. The enrollment of this year's freshmen holds special significance in the history of Taejae University. As Steve just mentioned, that with the addition of the fourth cohort, Taejae University has, for the first time since its founding, completed its full academic structure across all years and established itself as a fully fledged university. You are not only new members of Taejae University, but also the key players who will complete the university's first stage of growth and together pave the way for its next leap forward. Over the past 3 years, Taejae University has pioneered new educational paths necessary for future society rather than simply following the familiar method of traditional universities. Through active learning, we have successfully implemented an educational program that cultivates the ability to think critically, the curiosity to ask questions, and the capacity to strategically design new ideas. By closely monitoring the learning progress of students, we have made individualized education tailored to each student possible. We have enhanced our courses to facilitate self-directed learning powered by AI. As a result, our first cohort earned the honor of winning first place at a world-renowned computer-human interaction conference outperforming students from 84 leading universities worldwide, which had advanced to the finals. We have operated a global rotation program that allows students to learn through first-hand experiences in various regions around the world. And we have continuously experimented with innovative courses and learning methods to empower students to independently identify and solve complex real-world problems. The experiences, achievements, and sincere feedback from students gained through this process have become invaluable assets that have taken Taejae University's education to the next level. Now, as the fourth cohort of freshers, you will experience a curriculum designed with even greater precision and efficiency, built upon the experience we have accumulated over the years. The university will do its utmost to support you so that you can fully discover your individual potential and blaze your own trail on the global stage. Our global education is also advancing significantly through substantive collaboration with the leading universities around the world. Taejae University signed the MOU with Peking University last June. Under this agreement, our students will have the opportunity to spend one semester each year taking classes at Peking University and experiencing Chinese society and culture firsthand. 2 weeks ago, on August 15th, Peking University President Gao Song and his delegation visited Taejae University campus to learn about Taejae University's model, which is leading the way in future-oriented, innovative education. We held in-depth discussions on various collaboration plans in the fields of education and research. Next March, Taejae University junior and senior students will spend a semester at Peking University taking classes and conducting joint research. This collaboration with Peking University means more than just a study abroad program. It will serve as a practical learning experience where our students can study and conduct research alongside talented Peking University students, gaining a deep understanding of Chinese society. The experience of students with different histories and cultures and perspectives exploring issues together will be an invaluable asset as they grow into global leaders. In addition to the partnership with Peking University, students will participate in various global field study experiences, including one semester internship in Tokyo and in New York, collaborating with the New York School of Design in Manhattan. Since Russia is still at war, we will sign an agreement in coming October with Tallinn University in Estonia, a former Soviet Union and a leading IT powerhouse. And students will participate in field studies and take classes at Tallinn University for one semester. My dear incoming students, the future we will live in the AI era is changing very rapidly. Advances in artificial intelligence and cutting-edge technology are fundamentally altering the nature of knowledge and work. While the climate crisis and international conflicts present challenges that cannot be resolved by the efforts of a single country or sector alone. In such times, the ability to simply find the right answer is not enough. You need the capacity to ask yourselves what the important issues are, to understand different perspectives and cultures, and collaborate with others to create new solutions. Your learning at Taejae University will not be confined to the classroom. You will live and engage in discussions with peers of diverse nationalities and backgrounds, and you will experience cities and regions around the world firsthand. Through this process, you will challenge familiar ways of thinking, sometimes facing failure and trial and error, and gradually develop your own perspectives and criteria for judgment. Embrace your differences as opportunity for learning. Speak clearly about your own ideas while listening to the voices of others. And strive to build the community where we grow together rather than merely competing. The global leaders Taejae University aspires to cultivate are not people who know a lot about the world, but those who feel a sense of responsibility for the challenges the world faces and take actions for a better future. Next year, Taejae University's first cohort of students will graduate and embark on new challenges. Some will pursue PhD programs in the prestigious universities to continue their academic journeys. Others will apply their expertise in the corporate and public sectors, and still others will take on the challenge of entrepreneurship by launching new businesses and organizations. Each will play diverse roles in their respective fields. The achievements of our first graduate across the globe will not only demonstrate the success of Taejae University's education, but also serve as a solid milestone illuminating the path ahead for you, our incoming freshmen and women. The university will also further strengthen its support system, encompassing academic advancement, employment, and entrepreneurship to ensure that students can fully demonstrate their capabilities in their respective professional fields after graduation. Taejae University continues its effort to establish itself as a world-class educational institution. The WASC accreditation process for U.S. university accreditation is also proceeding smoothly, and we anticipate meaningful results next year. Thanks for Terry and our staff as well. We aim not only to meet internationally recognized educational standards, but also to become a university that sets new standards for the future of higher education. Fresher students, college life is not a time spent following a predetermined path. It is a time to discover your own potential and at times to break through familiar boundaries and forge new paths. Hold on to big dreams. Aim high, but do not neglect small practical steps. Rather than fearing future, learn from it. Above all, I hope you will constantly ask yourselves why you are learning and with whom and how you will share the learning. The faculty, staff, and peers at Taejae University are eager to cheer you on and walk alongside you as you take on these challenges. I also ask that you do not remain merely passive recipients of the university's education, but become active members who help shape the culture and future of Taejae University. I hope that the journey you begin here today will not only lead to your personal growth, but also become a force that transforms our community and the world for the better. I look forward to seeing 73 different dreams come together at Taejae University, where we will learn, connect, and ultimately open up new possibilities for the world. Once again, I sincerely welcome the fourth cohort of fresh students who have become part of the Taejae University family. I cheer for your brilliant start and your bold challenges. Thank you.
Again, thank you, President Yom. And as the President says, we faculty at Taejae have been so impressed by what students have achieved in the first 3 years, and we're really excited to see what you, the new students who are coming into Taejae, will do in the years coming ahead. Now, it is my honor to introduce our distinguished guests who have joined us here today in person to congratulate you and welcome our new cohort. Their presence and their words will greatly enrich this event and hopefully inspire our new students as they begin their exciting quest for the future. So first up, please welcome Dr. Terry Cannon, who previously served as Minerva's founding president and the dean of San Francisco State University, and now serves as the global advisor of Taejae University. Please welcome Dr. Terry Cannon.
Thank you all. I'm very excited to be here today with you all the way from California to welcome the new students to Taejae University. So President Yum, board, faculty members, students, and parents, I join with President Yum and the other guests we have here today to welcome you to this wonderful new university. It's been my privilege to work in innovation in higher education for the last 20 years or so, and it's been a true honor to work with Taejae for the past 3 or 4 years, helping to position Taejae to become that world leader in higher education that President Yum talked about. And part of that is up to you students. What you do with your education will help to establish the proof that this kind of education is the education that's going to best serve the world. Students, I want to speak directly to you. Everybody, Steve and President Yum have mentioned to you that you're embarking on a journey. I can't say enough how important this journey is. This may be one of the most exciting and important days of your life as you start down this path of getting an education that will be very profound and in some ways will probably be unexpected. What happens to you will be transformative and will have a huge impact on who you develop into over the next couple of years. And the second most exciting day in your life is going to be when you graduate in 4 years. So I think what you will see is that you're going to emerge from this education fully self-sufficient, ready for the world, extremely well-educated, thoughtful, an amazing problem solver, and someone who has big ideas that are going to benefit the world. And that's part of what you will get as you make your transformation at Taejae. You're going to learn things that other universities don't teach you deeply, like creative thinking, critical thinking, learning how to collaborate and interact with others. We know that the world's biggest problems are not solved by individual people sitting alone in a room. They're solved by teams of people working across cultural differences and global borders that know how to collaborate and have the skills and the intellect to make real change for good. So you're going to learn very different things. You're also going to learn differently. President Yum talked about active learning. What you do here is very different than your experience that you've had before and than what most universities give you. The faculty members that you see sitting in their caps and gowns with you, students, are going to teach you through a process that brings you into deep engagement with the subject matter and with one another. So you're going to be learning how to learn while you learn the intellectual skills and knowledge that this program will share with you. And the active learning will not have lectures. You will not be required to sit and listen and take notes. You'll be deeply engaged and you will end up learning more deeply and in a way that lasts longer in your lives from learning this particular way. So that will be incredibly different, the how of what you learned. And the other thing is the where. President Yum just described to you the incredible global rotation that you're going on. So when does a student get to study in Seoul, in China, in Estonia, in Japan, and be able to be in a globally diverse student body, but also then be in all these other cultures where you can look at a world problem like climate change or conflict and figure out how it manifests itself in each of those different cultures and how you might be able to learn to bridge across those differences. So the global aspect, the where you learn and with whom, is very, very important. And part of that global rotation that also President Yom referred to is the applied learning you're going to be doing. You're not just going to be socializing with students in other countries. You're going to meet students and faculty in these countries and work on projects with them. Take what you're learning in your classes and apply it to some real-world problem on the ground. That's profound, and many students all over the world never get an experience like that. You're going to have opportunity after opportunity to have that kind of applied learning. So in 4 years, you are going to emerge from this experience transformed, ready to take on the world, to make a difference in the world, and to contribute, which is the mission of Taejae, to that global harmony and understanding. That is a profound part of what it means to be at Taejae, and I hope that you'll be able to see that as you go through your studies. And I would just encourage you to continue to be courageous and bold and curious and open-minded as you go through this program. You're going to encounter and learn things that you never expected you would learn, and you need to be open and curious about that. I've seen over my time how different students emerge from where they were 4 years from their very first day. The things that you thought were important to you or you wanted to study might change drastically over the 4 years. You're going to meet people and have experience in and out of class that's going to change you. So be open to it and be curious and embrace it fully so that you can get the most possible out of the experience. And I know that I look forward to being back here in 4 years when you graduate and finding out from you one-on-one what each of you learns during this 4 years and what you've decided to do with that knowledge. So thank you very much for being here, and I look forward to talking with you all after.
Thank you, Dr. Cannon. So, students, you heard her. She's going to be back in 4 years to check on you. So make sure, you're up to date with everything. All right, next then, it is my great pleasure to welcome Professor Dennis Hong, who is our Taejae Eminent Scholar, a Professor of Mechanical and Aerospace Engineering at UCLA, and the Director of the Robotics and Mechanisms Laboratory. Please welcome Professor Hong.
I tell our students to push the limits, make it go faster, make it lift heavier things. And I tell the students to break the robot. Because if your robot doesn't fall and doesn't break, you don't get to learn anything. My students, they're my friends. See, we're more like a family together, so I work with them. So in our lab, Romela, we develop robotics technology that will make the world a better place. Firefighting robots called Sapphire, disaster relief robots called Thor, research and education robots, Darwin. The most proud, important product from our lab is not our robots, it's not our technology, it's not our papers that we publish, it's our students. The students come to our lab to learn about robotics, but it's not just the knowledge, it's the wisdom, the impact of the work that will have in society. If you fail and give up, then that's the end. But if you learn from your failures, that becomes a stepping stone for success. I want to have students that truly believes in the spirit of optimism. There's a sense of creativity and specific energy that spark in their eyes. That's it. That's what I love.
All right, good morning. Good morning and welcome the class of 2026 at Taejae University. My name is Dennis Hong. I'm the director of Romela, the Robotics and Mechanism Laboratory. I'm a professor at UCLA. And more important than that, for today, I'm also one of the Taejae University Global Scholar Fellows. So I'm here today to give a congratulatory speech, but speeches can be a little bit boring. So this year I want to do something different. I want to tell you a story. I want to tell you a story about a robot. Now, at the beginning, I showed you a short video, right? So you probably didn't notice it, but that video is actually very important. It shows the philosophy of how we develop robots. Now, in there, I talked about a few things, but I want to quickly point out two things before I give the presentation. First, I said, if your robot doesn't fall and doesn't break, you don't get to learn anything. When you try to do something big, failure always comes, right? But when you fail, if you give up, that's the end. But if you learn from it, it becomes a stepping stone for the next step. I also said, which is also my personal motto, optimism always finds a way. Now, please don't misunderstand what this means. When I say optimism always finds a way, I'm not talking about this supernatural thing where you wish and you pray and you think positively, then all the problem goes away. This doesn't mean that. Optimism always finds a way means for me is even if you're a really, really difficult situation, if you search for it, there's always something positive. You need to find that and you leverage on that. You use that to go to the next step, right? So two things I talked about. Remember that when I give the presentation. Okay, so I am a roboticist. I build robots and I do robotics research. Since I was a kid, being a roboticist was my dream. Now, in our lab, we build more than 58 unique robots in the past 20-something years. Jumping, climbing, rolling robots, you name it. Humanoids also we develop a lot. We develop 18 unique humanoid robots in our lab. Now, humanoid robots, they walk with 2 legs, and 2-leg robots, they always fall down. It's a headache, right? So they're slow, they're expensive, they're dangerous, they always fall down. So I was trying to find how to solve this problem, and I found something really, really interesting. Now, if this is a humanoid robot when it walks forward, one of the reasons why it always falls down is because the distance between your left and right leg, your leg moves forward, backwards, up and down. That creates this unwanted moment, and that's why it falls down. But I was watching TV. I was watching fencing and ballet, and they always walk sideways very stably. When the robot walks sideways, the left and right leg align, so the twisting moment all disappear, right? So we want to do it that way. The problem with walking sideways is that you lose your mobility from your knees. So what do? We want to do something like this. So from now on, all the robots are going to be walking like this. It's kind of ridiculous, right? So I want to change it to this one and also change the head, and something strange starts to emerge. This robot is called Nabi, non-anthropomorphic robot biped, and it walks very stably, easy, cheap, and this solves all the different problems. We also use our robots for Navy ships, and if you've been to a Navy ship, it has this big high dorsal. Robots cannot climb over that, but now we can do something like this. We rotate the knee 360 degrees, and we do it this way. Isn't that brilliant? Thinking out of the box. Now, our robots can also climb stairs, but it's difficult. But now our robots can climb stairs like this. So in 2 weeks from the idea to analysis and the first prototype, in 2 weeks we built our first prototype. You've never seen something like this. This is Nabi. It's kind of cute, right? So this robot, when he first announced it, it was a huge sensation, right? From here, just changing this solves all the problem. It walks forward. It walks backward. How can it turn? It cannot turn. It only goes forward and backward. Does it mean that this is a useless robot? Not really. We're trying something new. But we need to have a realistic solution. So now we have 2 Nabis stacked onto each other, and this is called Alfred, Autonomous Leg Personal Helper Robot with Enhanced Dynamics. Now it has 4 legs. It's axisymmetric. There's no forward, backward, side, and left and right. So it can walk in all different directions. It has a very wide stance, so it can walk over rubble piles and things like that. One of the problems is it's very slow. If you want to really go fast, you change your configuration. Now you have 4 legs and rear legs, and now we can actually run and gallop, which actually looks more like salsa dancing. Right? So this is Alfred. While doing this, we also created this new type of actuators. When I talk about actuator, these are like muscles, right? So these are new type of compliant muscles that not only position, but you can also change its compliance, springiness, and also change the force. So remember that Nabi, with this new actuator, we have Nabi 2. And then if you remember, Nabi was to investigate new type of bipedal locomotion. If the volume can up, that would be great. But it turns out that it didn't walk very well. But surprisingly, this is great for hopping and jumping. It goes all directions, and this is great. When it lands, the motors become a generator. So from the impact, you create electricity, and you can also charge the battery. So this is Nabi 2, and Nabi 2 is ready to go. Or not. We got still a long way to go. So that new actuator with Nabi was Nabi 2. Then that new actuator with Alfred is, you guessed it, it is Alfred 2. So I want to show you Alfred 2. This is the very first time we turned on the power. This was Saturday, 2 a.m. in the morning. Carefully look at our students' reaction.
Oh my Lord.
Excuse the language.
God. Oh my. That was amazing. God.
So you've seen four-leg robots. Our robots can also walk very stable and fast. But it can do things other robots cannot do. We want to make it do taekwondo. Whoa! Right? And then, again, this is Alfred 2. It can walk with 2 legs, 4 legs, hop, jump. It's a multimodal locomotion, many different ways of moving. And I believe this is the only robot in the entire world, 4-leg robot, that can pick up a box from the ground and put it at different heights. So you can try to imagine how we can use these robots for real life. Now, this is going somewhere, by the way. So, all right, so this is Alfred 2. The official debut of Alfred 2 was last May 17th. We did it in Korea. So we brought all of our robots, packed all the robots, and all the students came to Korea. So we're testing it outside the auditorium. 2 days before the actual event, we're testing and suddenly the robot collapses and it doesn't move anywhere. This is big trouble. I checked it and the body is completely cracked. Now, this is big trouble. This is a big event with all the VIPs on the mass media. The TV crews are there in 2 days, and our robot is completely broken. This is a serious problem. If you remember the video at the front, I always tell our students, I tell our students to try to break the robot, because if the robot doesn't break and fall, you don't get to learn anything. Yeah, but you shouldn't break it right before the important event. We're in big trouble now. What do we do? I am so stressed out. I didn't know what to think. And suddenly, because of that, I was sitting, and it reminded me of a horror movie that I watched. Probably you've seen it. It's called Ringu or The Ring. It's a very, you've seen that. So in the well, there's this weird creature called Sadako climbing out of the well. But instead of that creature, I start to imagine Alfred 2 coming out, and then suddenly I got a great idea. So in the movie, this is scary, a little scary. This creature comes out of the TV, and then, that's it. I got a great idea. We run to the machine room, we cut metal, we put it under the bottom of the body, and next to that, there was a cart. We take out the caster wheels, and we put it at the end. Now, again, this is 2 days before this very important event. The robot needs to move, so this is what we did. It's very sad. But robot needs to move, right? So, all right, so where is this going? I told you one of the important things is optimism always finds a way. This robot, Alfred 2, was a multimodal locomotion. 2 legs, 4 legs, jumping, hopping. But because of this, we found another way of mobility, using wheels passively, right? So this is what I'm talking about, optimism always finds a way. That doesn't end over here. And by mistake, we let it go on the hill, and it was a sliding. We caught it. And from here, we got an idea. Okay, let's actually make it more exciting. Let's do drifting. So this is 4 a.m. in the morning of the day of the presentation. And now, Alfred is doing pretty awesome. While doing that, if it uses the arm as a brake, he can also drifting. This is 4 a.m. We stood up all night. And finally, the media came and the event started. This is May 17th.
자, 알프레드 2. 여러분, 불쌍한 알프레드 한번 그래도 만나보시겠어요?
There's a lot of kids, by the way.
알프레드 2 ready?
And it slowly crawls out. I'm going to skip this. We don't have a lot of time. And okay, I'm going to skip this again. And we're able to do the presentation. It was great. So this was a great success. What a story, right? So that night I was thinking, right? So tripping stones and stepping stones are both just stones. It just depends on how you see it. In 한국말로는요, 발에 걸림돌이나 디딤돌이나 다 똑같은 돌이에요. 우리가 그걸 어떻게 보냐가 달라지는 거죠. Okay? So again, I told you a story about a development of Alpha 2. You only gave me 15 minutes, so I did it really, really quickly. But what I want you to take away from this story, 3 things. First, if your robot doesn't fall and doesn't break, you don't get to learn anything. This is not only for robotics. Again, congratulations, starting new class of 2026. Throughout your journey, you are going to fail, okay? But also always remember this. When you fail, if you give up at the end, you should learn from it, and that becomes a stepping stone for the next step. And again, this is also my personal motto: optimism always finds a way. I promise you it always works. This is not a supernatural thing. When you're in trouble, when you're in the, some things don't work out, look around, look deeply, talk to your friends. There's always something positive in it. Find that and leverage on that, and that leads to success. And lastly, tipping stones and stepping stones are both the same stone. 어떻게 보느냐에 따른 거죠. It just depends how you look at it. So I hope you remember these 3 things for your next journey. Okay, I think I'm running out of time, so I'm going to stop my talk over here. Again, congratulations. And again, I believe that you have a bright new future ahead of you with a lot of failures and a lot of tipping stones as well. Thank you very much. Thank you.
And thank you, Professor Hong. And really important message there, and one that I agree with 100%. In the School of Innovation Foundations, we always say we don't want perfection, we just want you to try. So that's really what we're looking for, is you just try to make an effort. We don't expect perfection from the beginning, from the start of your studies. All we want to see is that you really are trying to do it. So really important message there. Thank you. Okay, on to our next speaker, please. Please let me invite Dr. Sung-Young Park, who, after working at Intel, Samsung USA, SpaceX, Morgan Stanley, became the co-founder and chief executive officer of Rebellion, an AI chip development company competing with NVIDIA. Please welcome Dr. Sung-Young Park.
안녕하십니까. 이거 데니송 교수님 다음에 하려니까 이거 만만치가 않습니다. It's not fair, by the way. 제가 대학 입학식 때 이런 축사를 들었으면 좀 제 인생이 달라졌을 것 같은데 I'm so sad. Anyway, I'm prepared something, but unfortunately, I've been asked to speak English with amazing people, amazing venue here, but don't worry about it. I have a script. Also, I have a code, so don't worry about it. So yeah. So, very classical remark today. President Yum, distinguished faculty, proud parents, and most importantly, the fourth incoming class of Taejae University. Good morning. Thank you for inviting me. It's such an honor to be here to congratulate you on this very important milestone. Let me introduce myself first. My name is Sung-Young Park, and the co-founder and CEO of Rebellion's 6 years old AI chip startup with bold mission to fundamentally change AI inference infrastructure from the ground up. We are Korea's first tech unicorn and currently have a valuation of approximately $3 billion USD so far. I'm Korean, but I spent 11 years in the United States, 5 years at MIT for my PhD, followed by another 6 years at Masons and Intel, SpaceX, and Morgan Stanley Wall Street. But I made the decision to return to Korea to build my own company in my home country. This was the beginning of my journey like you today. In the semiconductor industry, there's only one king stand above every other. Everybody knows here, NVIDIA's. There's kings, the chip power almost every AI chip today in the world. But I'm trying to beat them. I'm trying to challenge them. When I first said this out loud, it sounded insane, even to me actually. But the strange thing is the investor didn't laugh. Temasek from Singapore came in, Aramco in the Kingdom of Saudi Arabia came in, ARM in the UK came in, SK Hynix and Samsung, the smartest capital in the United States, came in. Some of the smartest capital in the world decided this insane idea was worth backing. History is full of things that looked permanent until they weren't. Dynasties that ruled for 1,000 years. France, for example, ended one in a single summer. Companies that own entire industries disappeared in a decade. What people call impossible is usually just what hasn't happened yet. That's what we are trying to do in an AI chip industry as an underdog. An underdog can try things no one else can try. An underdog can bet everything because everything is not much. This is not a weakness. This is the reason a startup and underdog wins. You are just the fourth class of university that is still writing your own story. There's no senior's note to copy, no century-old alumni networks to hand your map. You are not inheriting a legacy. You are writing your own history. This is not a limitation. This is exactly why you should be here. As mentioned earlier, I was working at Wall Street about 6 years ago. I had a pretty decent job at Morgan Stanley at the vice president. I made good money. My family was stable while my children went to American school. But I decided to quit, move back to Korea, and start my own business. Believe me, almost everybody told me not to. Okay, you fucking crazy? What's going on there? Even my wife yelling to me, go to your home. Basically, my wife was Korean. It's the same Korean, but even my parents, all my friends do not. But I made a decision back to Korea, start my own business. The easy choice, but that's what I learned that years. The right decision is usually the one you don't want to make. The easy choice was to stay in the Wall Street. The right choice was come back my country to start something new. When I look at you today, all the students today here, I see people who choose Taejae with intention. You choose it because something about what stands for made sense to you. That kind of choice, one made with conviction, is exactly the kind of choice that shapes a life. Taejae means the ground where a new civilization is born. Rebellion means a fight against what already exists. Both names point in the same direction. We are not here to fit into the world as it is. We are here to build something new. Last thing, people will tell you to be realistic. To lower your expectation, do not dream too big. I won't ask you exactly the opposite. Dream too much, dream too big, dream absurdly. Not because it feels good. Because the people who will follow you, your teammate, for example, your investor, in the future, your customer, deserve someone who is not afraid to aim impossibly high. If you shrink your dream, you shrink everyone who bets on you. Again, I run a Korean startup who plans to beat NVIDIA. It sounds insane. It sounds absurd. It is supposed to sound insane. Again, congratulations to the fourth class of Taejae University. Welcome to the rebellion. Thank you.
And thank you, Dr. Park. There were 3 wonderful speeches there you heard, and I hope that you've all taken something from them, because I think I have, which is firstly to embrace the opportunities that are given to you. Secondly, not to be afraid to make mistakes. And thirdly, to be bold, to be ambitious. This is good lessons for you to take as you go forward in your studies at Taejae University. And now, at Taejae, our new members join a community that spans the globe. But before we formally welcome this year's entering class, we'd like to share a message from those who walked this path just before them. A video created and filmed by our current Taejae students to welcome you into the community. So, let's watch together.
When you first come to Taejae, it's really easy to just stay in your room. You feel tired, overwhelmed, and you just say to yourself, I'll meet people later. But a lot of what makes Taejae special happens right here in the lounge.
Guys, important announcement, very important.
Miguel, it's 2 a.m.
No. You're not getting it. This is when we build our community. It's at 2 a.m.
Honestly, I came here to take a 5-minute break.
That was 4 hours ago.
What? Seriously?
Bro, this always happens. Like, for me, I always procrastinate, but hey, at least we're all here.
We're a team, right? He knows, Tyler, you get it. That's why I like you.
But Miguel, you have an assignment due tomorrow.
Yeah, but I mean, that's tomorrow, first of all. Second of all, it's not just my assignment. It's our assignment. We were just talking about how we're a team. Hey, team on 3. They get it? They get it.
Yes.
And that's how community begins. You don't have to be the most active person, or you don't have to be at every event. But just come out of your room sometimes.
Yeah. Every time I come to the lounge, I think I'm just gonna sit down for a few minutes. And then suddenly someone starts talking about life, about their family, about food, about their crisis.
Well, maybe the real Taejae isn't just about the classes. It's about all of this.
That was beautiful.
Wise guy. Wise guy.
Chicken?
It's kind of weird because a lot of important stuff do happen here. Not officially, not scheduled. They just come down here and enjoy.
Yeah. People usually just come down here for a glass of water and they end up leaving with friends.
That's beautiful.
미겔 형, 이거 뭐 묻었다. 인사 잘한다. Just consider the people around you, not just random people, but the people that will get you through the next 4 years of your life. Life in Taejae moves pretty quickly. Global study tours, intense team projects, late night talks in B1.
Okay guys, today we're gonna learn 15 kilometers, so you can do it, because we're Taejae, we're the best! Okay, let's do that!
It's all amazing, but if you try to do everything at 100% speed from day one, you're gonna crash.
Go! 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10.
Let me tell you a secret to Taejae life. Set realistic goals, push yourself, but know your own pace.
Are we ready, Captain? Yep, let's go! Move on!
Group projects here can get a little intense. You're going to want to throw something at someone. All right, you know the rule. Whoever holds this teddy bear is the only one who gets to speak. Let's be civilized.
Okay, guys. Okay, so now it's time to start. We have to magnify, modify, and minify this part.
Okay, hear me out. Why don't we just make a great HR AI that gives both a great idea, feedback, or just future plan?
What do you mean HR AI?
Can't you understand what it's saying? It's a sense of what...
Well, honestly, to the fourth cohort, don't run away from the chaos. Embrace it. Okay, guys, you don't have to yell at each other and can we please finish this in 30 minutes?
No. Okay, Simon, listen to me.
Listen, hear me out. Bro, can't you be patient for this?
Oh. I forgot I had another team meeting. Bye!
Wait, come back. No matter what it is. Can't you just understand?
Well, understand what?
It's just what it says. HR AI is just what HR...
It's the only way you can actually learn to listen to someone, make compromise, and build something truly meaningful.
Human resource! You know what? I don't care. I don't give a Just do it by yourself, period. I'm out.
Dude, what the?
Don't go.
Can I go?
So I would like to advise, trust the process.
Fourth cohort, welcome to Taejae University!
Make Taejae fun, start a club, make parties, create traditions.
You won't understand everything immediately, and that's okay.
Be patient with each other. Everyone is figuring out.
Community is the best part of Taejae.
4 year goes fast, so hang on to it.
Help each other when things get hard.
Get out of your comfort zone, but also know your own pace.
Guys, get enough sleep, okay?
Eat well also, eat well. And join clubs, RCPs, late night talks, anything.
Please be kind to the international students. One day, you're gonna be one too.
Practice English and don't be afraid to make a mistake.
It's gonna be a wild 4 years, so stick together and most importantly, have fun. See ya!
Thank you to our students for that wonderful welcome. I think that's the sign to President Yom that we need to make a school of drama and acting, clearly. Moving on. So we're going to move on to the badge induction ceremony now. This is an important moment in today's ceremony, the induction of the entering class. To symbolize the beginning of their journey at Taejae University, 3 representatives of the entering class will receive the school emblem from the president. This emblem signifies belonging, commitment, and the shared values of our university. I'd first like to invite President Jae Ho-yom to present the emblem to the students' representatives. Please come forward. And the 3 student representatives, Moon So-yeon, Kim Jae-sung, and Go Won-jae, will receive the emblem. Please come forward. President Yom will present the school emblem to the student representatives. Okay, thank you, President Yom, and students, you may return to your seats. And now it is time for the entire entering class of 2026 to embrace Taejae and share in this moment together. You should all have one of these emblems. Please take the emblem you have received and place it on the upper left lapel of the cohort member seated next to you. So you should be able to work out together who's sitting next to you. Make sure everybody gets an emblem and place it on the upper left lapel. Here, where are my badges? If anyone has any problems, please wave your hand. Desperation. By sharing this emblem with one another, you are not only marking the beginning of your Taejae journey, but also affirming your bond as one community, united in purpose and prepared for the exciting journey ahead. Excellent, looking very official now. I like this. Everyone, congratulations and welcome to the Taejae family. Okay, now we move on to another important part of our ceremony. At Taejae University, students take responsibility for their learning journey as they take their first steps towards becoming the global leaders of the future. Our fourth cohort has prepared a message of their aspirations, written by the students themselves. To prepare it, they met and held a lively discussion to shape these words. Could I please ask all of the students to stand, all of the students, and to share their aspirational message, I'll be asking Go Won-jae, Anna Theodora Helgensen, Lee Wan-gu, Kotaro Asu, Jang Ha-yoon, Pak Soo-bin, Pak Ji-hoo, and Pak Chae-won to take the lead. So when you're ready, please begin.
As critical thinkers, we pledge to decide with a humble, independent mind, where we value accuracy over popularity. And with this, seek meaningful knowledge with curiosity.
As creative thinkers, we pledge to decide with a humble, independent. As creative thinkers, we pledge to challenge conventional thinking, rethink existing assumptions, and explore new possibilities together.
As self-directed learners, we pledge to take the initiative to find our own learning paths beyond the classroom, gaining knowledge through obstacles and opportunities for personal growth.
As global communicators and collaborators, we pledge to be mindful of different cultures and welcome diversity with respect through our language and shared goals.
As inclusive pioneers, we pledge to immerse ourselves in vibrant cultures, listen attentively, and foster a sense of belonging by embracing one another.
As global leaders, we pledge to remain open to diverse perspectives, address challenges at every level with empathy and integrity, and ultimately seek shared and sustainable prosperity for all.
In making this pledge, we commit ourselves to the ideals of Taejae University in search of the next answer.
We understand that this principle will guide our actions as we prepare to contribute to society, shaping us into thoughtful, responsible, and impactful members of the global community. Build great harmony. Be the next answer. August 26 by the entering class of 2026 Taejae University students.
Excellent. Thank you very much. You may be seated. That was fantastic, wasn't it? Great. Now, very proud of you all. We now move on to the main event, the conferment of admission certificates. So, may I please ask our wonderful faculty to step forward to prepare to confer the admission certificates. So, as each name is called, students will step forward to receive their certificate of admission from President Yom and to be welcomed by our faculty members, officially recognizing them as full members of the Taejae University community. I'll welcome you tomorrow. I'm kind of busy right now, so just worry about them, okay? So, let's welcome up our students. Please do offer your applause as they step up. Starting off with Group A, I have Moon So-yeon, Kim Jae-sung, Go Won-jae, Anna Theodora Helgensen, Lee Wan-gu, Kotaro Asu, Jang Ha-yoon, Pak Soo-bin, Pak Ji-hoo, and Pak Chae-won. Big round of applause, please. Okay, and start to call up Group B. Pak Yesil, Ji Soo-kyung, Kwak Min-jae, Kyu Ye-rin, Chong Ji-hoon, Che Yu-jae, Che Yi-hwan, Jo Ye-na, Jo Ye-jun, Jo Ye-in, Jo So-yeon, and Jo Kang-in. Another big round of applause, please. Okay, and let's start to welcome up Group C. Kim Rae-hun, Kim Min-sung, Kim Ji-sop, Kim Ji-na, Kim Kyung-eun, Kim Gon, Kim Lee-yeon, Kim Da-na, Kang Han-gyo, Jung Ho-yoon, Jung Son-yang, and Jang Ju-hwan. Round of applause, please. Okay, let's move on to Group D. Lee Si-an, Lee Sang-won, Lee Hyun-sok, Lee Ho-jun, Lee Ha-ju, Lee Ah-ro, Kwon Soo-jung, Kim Yoon-ho, Kim Ye-ji, Kim Shi-hyun, Kim So-yeon, and Kim Song-gyun. Another round of applause, please. Okay, on to Group E. Shin Ju-young, Shim Jong-yeon, Park Ye-gum, Park Jun-hyung, Oh Ji-hyun, Nam Min-ju, Na Hye-in, Na Eun-gyo, Mu Yi-gyo, Moldil Galim-kaza, Lee Yu-min, and Lee Soo-ho. Okay, and for our final group, please, Park Ji-min, Baek Lee-hyun, Yusul, Lee Ga-eun, Vera Farias, Song Min-seo, and Dania Rakimova. Round of applause, please. Okay, everyone, let's please give our newest Taejae members a big round of applause. And thank you to our faculty, of course. So, before closing this part of the ceremony, I would like to just take a quick moment to recognize the dedicated staff who play an essential role in the success of our university. You've seen our faculty, you've met them, but there are so many more people who work at Taejae University behind the scenes, making everything happen, including all this. So, on behalf of Taejae University, I'd like to thank our administrative and support staff for their efforts behind the scenes, which allows our students to focus on their studies and growth. Let's please give them a big round of applause. I would also like to thank President Yom, our faculty, program chairs, our staff, our esteemed guests, and family members for attending today and welcoming our new students into our Taejae community. As we mark this moment, we'd like to finish with a little chant, a little callback here. So, when I say Taejae, you're going to say next answer. Okay? Taejae, next answer. So, Taejae! You can do better than that. Come on. Taejae! There we go. Thank you very much. And now there's more. You thought it was over? Nope, we have more. Today, we have an awards ceremony. So before we finish up, we're going to move on to a couple of awards ceremonies. So please be seated. I know it's warm, but we're going to award people when they deserve it. So we're going to move on now to the inaugural Teaching Excellence Awards. So this is the 2025-26 academic year Teaching Excellence Awards. Today's ceremony has been prepared to recognize and honor the faculty members who have dedicated themselves over the past year to advancing innovative education at Taejae University and to fostering the growth and development of our students. The Teaching Excellence Award is presented in two categories: student evaluation, drawing directly on the evaluation students give faculty, and educational innovation, coming up with new ideas and new ways to teach. Now, unfortunately, Professor Jung-Suk Lee of the School of Arts, Science and Technology, who won the award in the student evaluation category, is currently abroad and therefore unable to join us today. So I'll take the... No, I'm not really. Accordingly, today's ceremony will feature only one award for educational innovation. Today's award is to be presented by the President. May I ask the President once more to come to the front to present the award. Round of applause, please. And at this time, we will welcome the professor who is to receive the highest honor today and offer our heartfelt respect. When your name is called, please come to the front. And everyone give a big round of applause to Professor David Hazard. Please come to the front. So, Teaching Excellence Award, Educational Innovation category, Professor David Aaron Hazard. Professor Hazard has consistently worked over the past year to lay the foundation for student-centered course design and improvements in teaching methodology in pursuit of Taejae University's vision for educational innovation. His dedication has become a cornerstone of our learning community and has provided valuable guidance for students in developing self-directed learning skills, as well as for fellow faculty members in implementing innovative teaching practices. In recognition of his dedication and contribution, we present this award with our sincere gratitude and respect. August 26, 2026, Yom Jae-ho, President, Taejae University. Now, President Yom, present the award. Okay, we'll now take a quick photograph. And we will now hear a few words from our recipient, David, before you go. Yeah, you didn't think you were leaving, did you? Now you got to give a few words. So, Professor Hazard, please share a few remarks with us. Do we have another microphone, or do I have to give up mine? Okay, you can use my microphone. Here you go, David.
Well, I wasn't expecting to say a few words, but first thing that comes to mind is I got a lot of inspiration from the other teachers, especially the ones I co-designed classes with, like Professor Steve Justice, Professor Helen Lee. We worked together on a lot of these different techniques, and for the students, you might see in some of my classes, I like to say we work hard, but we play hard. So sometimes it's pretty demanding, but we do play a lot of games, do some interesting scenarios that you really have to use what you learned in order to get through it and, you know, maybe beat your classmates, which is always fun. You can ask some of your senior students, the Sonbeis sitting there, about some of them. But yeah, and thank you very much to President Yom and the rest of Taejae.
Yeah. Yes, thank you very much, Professor Hazard. Professor Hazard alluded to it there. We've worked together, but in particular, the gamification in education has been a big development that Professor Hazard has made in the School of Innovation Foundation. So a very well-deserved award. And now we move on to our second award today, which is the AIR Project Award. So AIR, which is Advanced Independent Research, is Taejae's semester-long independent research program where students pursue faculty-guided, interdisciplinary research and creative projects beyond the regular curriculum. So completely independent, students have to choose a topic, design it with support. It's not part of classes at all. It is a completely independent research project supported by the faculty, but led by the students. This semester, 8 students across 6 project teams participated in the AIR project. Although all 6 teams demonstrated outstanding achievements, 3 projects were selected for special recognition. A brief word on how the recipients were chosen. There was the Innovative Research Award and the Real World Impact Award, which were selected by the Faculty Review Committee. And the Outstanding Presentation Award was selected through an online vote open to all Taejae University's students, faculty, and staff. So we're going to start off with the Innovation Research Award. This award goes to Neuromuse, a multisensory installation for shared emotional expression. John Dae-hee and Kim Hye-in, please come forward. Congratulations. I haven't seen them since like their first year. It's wonderful to see them again. Next, the Real World Impact Award. This award goes to Waterlog, From Research to Everyday Observation by Kim Ban-dee. Applause. And finally, the Outstanding Presentation Award. This award goes to visible representation and interpreted representation in the Metropolitan Museum of Art by Jang Eun-young. Thank you very much, and again, thank you, President Yom. Okay, we've made it. We're now going to conclude all of today's program, including the awards ceremony. I'd like to sincerely thank our distinguished guests, first of all, for taking the time to come and join us again. And once again, I extend our heartfelt congratulations to the students, who are the true protagonists of today's story. Please join us in again giving a big round of applause to everyone who's been with us today, and especially our students as they begin their new journey. A big round of applause, please. All right, thank you very much for attending. I was your MC for today. At the conclusion, let me make a few brief announcements. Firstly, the luncheon has been prepared for our distinguished guests. Please proceed to the dining area and follow the guidance of the staff. Students, yeah, you're students now. Yeah, we've got you now. So, please pay attention to the following instructions. First, the shuttle bus returning to the residence will depart from the main entrance of this building at 2 p.m. Okay, 2 p.m. Please make sure to gather there no later than 1:50 p.m. The shuttle bus will not wait for late arrivals and will depart promptly at 2 p.m. So please make sure you are ready. Second, you fresher students, you may receive one welcome gift set per person at the desk located near the elevators. The desk will be closed at 12:45 p.m., so get your gift, then go do your other stuff. And third, there is a Life 4 Cuts, with a 4, the number 4 in it. Photo booth has been set up at the back of the venue, somewhere back there. Please feel free to use it. That's it for today. Thank you very much. Enjoy your day.